After snuggling up with the cruise ships in Nassau Harbor, we began thinking about all we had to get done before our next big jump to the Exumas. But with only one night left with our good friend Jeff aboard, we put the planning aside and investigated one of the less touristy parts of Nassau. What did you tell her you wanted? French fries. Yeah. With extra ketchup. So this is basically one of the food shacks just like under the bridge. They're pretty cool. So meet me on that island, kiss me on that shore. Hey, promise me that we'll sail away, and I'll be yours forevermore. Just promise me that we'll sail away, and I'll be yours forevermore.
We had a shit night last night, drug anchor. At about 4 a.m. we went back to bed. Today I'm not feeling real confident about getting off the boat because there is still a ton of wind, so we're making it a planning day.
You will find good holding and protection from surge south of Galleon Point in at least 6 feet.
Still on talking about Norman?
Yeah, this is in Norman.
We are trying to figure out where in the hell we're going. We are here in Nassau, and probably on Tuesday, 2 days from now, we're going to hop out from Nassau and head to one of the Exuma Keys over here. And then figuring out how many hops we want to take to get down to Georgetown, which is all the way down there, where we will be hanging out for quite a while, and we might then hop up and back and forth and west and east and wherever we feel like. That's what's going on. And we have not completely arrived at a plan yet. We've got 20 knot winds pretty much for the rest of the day. And we got a big provisioning to do tomorrow. We need water pretty bad because I need to get our water maker working. I think I've got the wrong pre-filter on that thing. So once we are confident in it, then we'll stop filling our tanks at the docks. But fuel, water, tons of groceries, but more importantly, where are we going next? Stay tuned. After a lot of discussion, we eventually decided to take the long hike and our dock cart into the neighborhoods to use the grocery the locals used. And it definitely paid off. They had pretty much everything here. How'd we do? I'm gonna back up a little bit.
So $200 and a long walk, but I'd say that was successful. Yeah, $300, yeah.
All right. Get this stuff in here.
We got all our shopping done yesterday. Now we're leaving. We're gonna go to Highborn Key today. So we're gonna do this thing.
We're doing this thing. We're gonna tow Nacho for the first time. It should be super easy seas and light wind today, so about 6 hour sail if we go to Highborn. So we are headed out of Nassau Harbor, and it gets a little tricky from this point on in our lives because there's a lot of coral heads. There's a lot of paths that are charted around them, which is nice, but I kind of want to avoid all that. So we're basically going to come out here. It's called Porgy Rock, and pick our way through on the chart and visually until we get down here. There's one particular depth line that goes all the way down to Yellow Bank. We'll skirt around Yellow Bank, which is a shallow spot with coral heads, and then point right at Highborn Key. And once we get into Highborn Key, anchoring is pretty easy. That's pretty much it.
There we are.
There we go. Having a relaxing sail today. Just having a darn pleasant sail. We did have, what, half hour, 45-minute stretch of bommies to go through.
Felt like forever.
Lauren did bow duty with the radio, two-way radio back to me, and just kind of gave me brief turn to port, turn to starboard kind of instructions.
We didn't hit any.
Didn't hit any.
Careful, you're right.
That's why Zeke put that pillow there for you. Say thank you, Zeke.
Thank you, Steve.
I stayed pretty close to the depth line I could see on the chart. That was, you know, I don't think we ever got less than 12, did I don't think. 12 or 13 feet, so it was unlikely that any of the coral heads would have been high enough to be a problem for us. We're at 5.5 feet is what we draw. But having not done this before, we thought caution was probably the best policy. I just kind of swerved around wherever Lauren told me to and avoided any of them that were marked on the chart. And we're doing good. Doing about 6 knots, and a nice gentle 9 knots off of our port stern quarter. Number 1 on the agenda, once we get there and get anchored, we're going to see if we can find a nice beach to play on today for the rest of the day. Right?
Right.
Alright. Cool. See you when we get there.
I'll take you away to where the sun shines so bright, so bright. You can stare at the stars at night. You can tell me anything you like. I'll take you away to where the sun shines so bright, so bright. You can stare at the stars at night. You can tell me anything you like.
Cheers.
We'll just do it with movie magic.
Thank you. Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't know if it was just the hustle of Nassau that like wore me out.
Nassau kind of wore me out.
Yeah.
The constant traffic and the boats flying by and everything just, yeah, it's just too much. I mean, it was cool. It was kind of fun being there. Kind of novel being able to watch the cruise ships come in and out, and you know, we walked some kind of fun stuff for sure. But it's like just small doses.
That was a big day yesterday. We walked a lot.
We did walk a
We
lot.
did a lot of things.
But other than keeping our eye on the coral heads, it was a nice sail. Not much in the way of waves. Didn't have to put our dinghy up. It was kind of nice. And here we are. This is Highborn Key. Once settled in, it was time for a dinghy mission to Allen Key to hunt for iguanas. Rivers, don't scream. You're scaring him. He wants to know if you've got anything to feed him, which we don't, because we're not supposed to.
Hey.
Will bite you, apparently.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they bite hard? Rivers and I are watching sunset from the dinghy.
That's called a sundowner.
Well, sundowner is when you have a drink with sunset. Mommy's grabbing our drinks, and we're going to try and hurry and make it to the beach before the sun is technically completely down. But this might be kind of it. Which is okay. It's really pretty. Not too bad. Well, we managed 2 beaches in 1 hour. One with 1 iguana and one with no iguanas, but a beautiful sunset. First island in the Exumas. This feels good. Are you happy, Zeke? Cheers, y'all. Cheers.
Wait.
Cheers. Cheers. Made it to the Exumas.
I got Yuma! Yay!
Drifted away on an ocean. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and ring that bell. And a huge thanks to all our patrons for their additional support. If you'd like to become a member of our crew, just check out our Patreon link in the description. Cheers.
if I didn't have you to hold me as the sun sets and miles roll by. Miles